Would you believe it? The UK's population, it grew, it did, yeah, by a record 750,000 in 2023. That's 52.9% increase on the previous year. How can that happen? They told us it wouldn't. You know, the Brexiteers. Nigel Farage. With his Breaking Point poster. Yeah, Brexit. That won't happen. No. Well, you see, the flow of migrants into the United Kingdom grew more quickly than the United States, Germany, Canada, France, Australia, and even Japan. But we had a Brexit. They're supposed to curb migration, wasn't it? That's what they told us. That's what Nigel Farage told us. Didn't pan out for us, did it? No. Well, I didn't vote for it anyway. Because I thought you'd have to be off your flippin' rocker to vote for the Brexit. Anyway, here, please, boop the like button. Boop, boop. Yeah, and if you want to support the channel, you can do it on Patreon or buy us a coffee, and links are down below. There's also super chats and stuff. Was it super thanks? Can't remember now. Anyway. Oh dear. Now that's what these people told us. They told us that if you had the Brexit, migration would come down. But it's sped up. There are so many factors at play here. The war in Ukraine. A huge amount of Ukrainians came to the United Kingdom. Now we've got the war in Gaza. Well, we're helping to fund that genocide, aren't we? And then we've got something else to look forward to. Where the migration levels are, well, likely to go through the bloomin' roof. Not just for the United Kingdom, no. But climate migration is going to hit us hard. Areas of Africa, what have you, countries close to the equator are going to find themselves in such a detrimental, uninhabitable environment that they'll have no choice but to move to colder climates, generally north. And then what they're going to say? Whoa! They tell us that the United Kingdom is the land of milk and honey. That's what they say. So that's what will happen. There'll be more people trying to get little boats to get across the channel. Wants to dodge that Russian warship. Well, when are we going to wake up? People did not wake up over Brexit. Some people have. Some people come to terms with it and said, oh, I made a mistake, but I don't want to do anything about it. Some people still got their head firmly in the sand, saying, I just want the Brexit, or this isn't the Brexit I voted for. That's what they tell us. Blinking idiots. They clearly are. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it again and again and again. If you vote for Brexit, you're voting against your own best interests, unless that is your actual, well, goal. You're a flippin' idiot. Stupid is as stupid does. And now we've got climate migration. So we've got Donald Trump coming back into power again. Is going to cripple any efforts that we make regarding climate migration. The massive solar panels that are supposed to be installed right across the United States, that probably is going to be stopped. It's going to be pretty much the biggest solar farm ever. Billions of solar panels. But that ain't going to happen now, probably. He's going to screw everyone as Donald Trump. Because he's going to be promoting fossil fuels. And we'll be licking his flippin' ass. British government And other foreign nations will be licking his derriere, they will, because they want to keep him on side. Fluff him. That's what they'll do. They'll be his fluffer. Now, unless we wake up, people, we are in one hell of a bad place. It's bad enough now. If you think it's bad now, just wait. There is no recovery. I think we've got to accept that regarding the economy. There is no recovery. Now, Donald Trump is in play. The likelihood of there being a recovery for the United Kingdom and some of the EU countries as well is very, very unlikely. Now, he thought he's bad last time he was in power. He's now got carte blanche. He's got all free houses. He's now loading his government. He's learnt his, new tricks and what have you. Since last time, the people who stopped him before. Getting rid of all them. He wants total control. And he's going to do what he needs to do to get it. No matter what the United Kingdom might think that they want, and the so-called special relationship. It might seem special to us, but they don't give diddly squat. No, about a special relationship. They've got no reason to. They're more concerned about the relationship with Canada, for instance. Their closest neighbour. Who are we most worried about? Flippin' hell, every other country, bar our own and bar those who are our closest neighbours. That makes no sense. But there again, we have Brexit, so what do you expect? So we're going to have climate migration, we're going to have economy flat on its flippin' face, we're going to have financial markets peaking like flippin' crazy and crashing again. Such as what's going to be happening in the United States. It's already started. The flippin' brokers and that are selling so much. Wall Street and what have you, the traders. It's going to crash. Because all these people think, oh, well, we're going to get cheaper money. Interest rates are going to be knocked on the head for businesses and what have you, and corporations. There'll be interest rates, taxation. Favourable tax rates for corporations. It's just, it's like digging a hole that you're already treading, to keep your head above the water that's draining into the flipping hole, and someone keeps flipping digging it deeper. All you're on tippy toes, and now you're flipping well underwater. We need to start looking after ourselves. Individuals need to start looking after themselves. You've got your flipping farmers in the United Kingdom who are going to be blocking the ports. No, I'll tell you it's all down to the inheritance laws. No, it's not. That's just a part of it. They've lost their subsidies, from the European Union, the Common Agricultural Policy. They've lost their subsidies there. The UK government has not replaced them. They've got this so-called environmental subsidy that they can get where they set land aside and what have you, or to go wild, which sounds a lovely idea, but that doesn't produce food. If you block the ports, how the food's going to come in? The United Kingdom requires around 60% of its imports of foodstuffs. I know they say it's less, it's actually more than what they say. So they're not including what's needed to manufacture packaged foods. It's just a mess. And I worry for my children, who currently live in the UK, my grandchildren. But they're going to be able to go to the supermarket because, they don't always have lots of stocks in their cupboards. Eat as they go, so to speak. And the same as people like yourselves, in a similar boat. Not everyone's that fortunate, You're not the richest 10%, are you? They don't give a diddly squat about you. So the farmers there who are squabbling over their inheritance laws, I would say maybe it is a stupid idea, to be honest, regarding the tax hikes regarding the asset taxes on the assets, because farms end up breaking up. That doesn't help farming in the farming industry in the United Kingdom. Now, traditionally, a farm is sold to the oldest heir, usually the bloke. I'm not saying it should be the bloke, but that's what normally happens in tradition. And the idea is the farm doesn't get broken into little tiny parcels. Now, you say with inheritance law, say for instance here in France, you can't disinherit your children. What happens is land gets broken up into loads of tiny little parcels. And some people want to sell, and some people don't. It ends up being a right old mess. And when you've got a country that is heavily dependent on imported food, well, then quite frankly, it seems a rather dumb idea. It does not promote food security. Anyway, they're going to be blocking the ports. If they don't get their way, they're taking a leaf out the French farmers' books, aren't they? I don't know what else to say about this, because quite frankly, it just feels like complete madness to me. Absolute madness. And what can we do about it? Do we stand up against the farmers? Do we stand up against the Labour Party and some of these ill thought out tax changes? You might say, oh, well, they're rich, they're farmers. The value of the land is actually worthless while it's in the farm. This only has value once you start breaking it up. When individuals want to sell it purely on the basis of what money they can get. See, farmers aren't profitable unless they're big. Not in the United Kingdom. You need like 200, 500 acres to have a barely profitable farm. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. Anyway, you tell me, please leave in the comments down below. But please boot the old like button, because it helps the channel, apparently, And also, we do a rewild now in France. You've probably heard me say so many times, where we're planting 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land. And if you'll be part of that, let's go for me link down below, where basically you can contribute towards a tree. That will be your tree, and I'll put that in the ground on your behalf. But also, I'll make a sign to go your tree. It can be the name and memory of a loved one, what have you. Or just a present for Christmas, even. Or a pet. Whatever you like. Within reason. Nothing rude, though, please. Toodaloo.